Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Alex Stewart. I'm founder of the Market Distillery, and I'm going to be coming to see you live and in person to do my MarketPulse 360 presentation. Now, this is a quarterly update that I do, and while the name is the same every time, the content is completely different. It's updated to be the most recent information, as well as we're going to focus on the trends and the topics that matter the most. And so I wanted to walk you through what you can expect at this presentation so that you can be there and you can get all of the information you need to get. Now, to do this, we're going to look at the agenda. Now, we're going to focus on looking back at 2024. This is my annual review presentation. We're going to look at how real estate performed, which segments of the market are growing, which segments of the market are somewhat weak, where should we be focusing our time, and how can we understand this market at a much deeper level. Then we're going to dive into the economy, because a strong economy leads to a strong real estate market and vice versa. And so we need to know, what is our economy doing and how is it looking going into the new year? We're also going to be talking about migration. This is incredibly important because we have benefited here in Florida from a lot of people moving here. Now, you might not feel that when you're driving on JTB, but you certainly can feel it when you're seeing real estate transactions rise, because there's a lot of people coming here from other places. Now, lastly, we're going to look at population changes. This is more than just people moving here. It's just sort of, how is the population changing? Is it growing? Is it shrinking? And if you're like me, you have sort of had this feeling in the back of your head of, are people still moving here, right? Like, is the population still growing? It feels like we might have plateaued. And so we're going to look at the numbers to see exactly what they show us so that we can think about this rightly. Then we're going to shift focus and look at 2025. We're going to talk about interest rates and inflation and the Fed and where all that is headed, because we know that that is incredibly important, especially to our first-time buyers. We're going to look at prices and transactions. What should we expect when it comes to home prices in 2025? Are there going to be more or less transactions using the information that we've got? And then we're going to deep dive into the condo market. Now, I know a lot of people have their opinions about this, but we are going to take opinions and we're going to get rid of those, and we're going to talk about data and facts, and we are going to form educated observations of this condo market based on the numbers rather than just our feeling or one specific listing. And then finally, we're going to round out talking about homeowners insurance, because this is the other elephant in the room that we need to go over. And so I want to give you all of the ammunition you need to be able to have educated, informed discussions with your clients, to be able to handle their questions confidently, and for you to be able to guide your business forward to find success in 2025. Now, here is an example slide of one of the points that we're talking about, and it is homeowners insurance. And so this is showing us a map of the average homeowners insurance policy, excluding condos, as of January 2025. This comes from the state's insurance department, so it's official numbers. And it's broken down by county and color coded so that you can see which areas are more expensive and which areas are less expensive. And this is huge because it helps us to gain context. And that is so important, because real estate is all relative. You want to know if Jacksonville might continue to expand and grow? Well, one of the reasons why is because of our relatively affordable insurance within the state, right? South Florida is about double the cost of Northeast Florida when it comes to insurance policies, and the Panhandle has some challenges of its own. And this gives us the measuring stick to compare by, right? With the average insurance policy in Florida being about $3,400, we know that Duval, Nassau, and St. John's and Clay, all of those are under the state average, and this is an advantage for us. So instead of being fearful of the insurance conversation, we can shift the focus and say, insurance has been increasing. We'll talk about that. But here is where Northeast Florida stands. And this is why we're seeing people come from Miami to Jacksonville, from Orlando and Tampa to Jacksonville. There is relative affordability in Northeast Florida, and insurance is a big part of that. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. RSVP and secure your seat today. There's limited seating at all the events, and I cannot wait to see you there.